Hi, my name is Brian Hall, and this is my suggestion box speech. I remember my first job like it was yesterday. I was working as a customer service representative for AT&T, and working in a call center. I got used to seeing people go and come as many as from 50 to 100 every 2 weeks because call center have high turnover rate. I remember one day, most importantly, when my supervisor told me, Brian, after that call, let's go have a conversation with HR about your performance. So in my mind, I was thinking I was about to be fired, and I just knew after that call I was going to grab my things and leave. I wasn't going to go to HR. That was pointless to me. So after the call, I grabbed my things and proceeded to walk out the door. My supervisor caught me and was like, Brian, where are you going? I was like, well, I'm about to go home. I'm not going to discuss being fired. That's weird. And so she was like, no, she convinced me to go to HR. When I went to HR, I was presented with a customer service award for great customer service. That was a shocker to me because in my mind, from what I've seen in the past, I thought I was fired. Fast forward to the present, I've been working as a facility coordinator for a few years now, and working in a professional environment, I understand that there are things that can hurt a company from within, and these things must be fixed and are vital for a company's success. And one of those things is high turnover rate. My speech is intended for anyone in the management field, from CEOs to project managers and supervisors, because they play a very important role in the success of a company. So I'm going to start off with two problems that cause high turnover rates within a company. The first one is, according to smallbusiness.com, is motivated by higher wages. You can check that out at smallbusiness.com. The first problem is when someone is motivated by higher wages, there's not much a company can do to fix that. You're always going to run into those people who just want to job hop until they find their desired salary. But you also want to make sure you're limiting any other reasons people are leaving because they're not receiving the salary or the pay that they want. The second problem is poor management, according to Forbes.com. The only way to avoid this is make sure you have the correct leaders. You have real leaders, not just someone you've hired to be in a manager position. But poor management is a problem and causes high turnover rate. When a manager creates a hostile work environment for their employees just have to go. They don't want to be there anymore. They dread coming in there every day, to the point where eventually it adds up and they have to go. They can't stay there any longer because of their management. That's poor management. A manager must manage people and be a people person. Now I'm going to discuss two things a company can do, two solutions to those two problems I just identified. First, we're going to start off when someone is motivated by higher wages. Now, companies must always assess their competition to ensure that no one is going to leave because they're motivated for higher wages. If you have a position that needs to be filled, you must assess your competition and offer packages for people that's close or better than what your competition is offering for those same positions. Failure to do that can lead back to the problem number one. When someone is motivated by higher wages, you must offer something similar, if not better, than your competition. The second problem is poor management. Companies must make sure that they are assessing their managers and holding their managers to a higher standard, because managers play a very vital role in a company's success. So companies must make sure that their managers are being assessed. They have managers in position that love the company and are always putting their best foot forward and representing the company in the best way. Because with high turnover rate does not always mean that you're having people going in and out the door. High turnover rate hurts because companies lose training pay, and our high turnover rate hurt the company's reputation. So if you have managers in position that doesn't care about any of that, companies must take that into consideration and fix those issues. I now have discussed two problems that leads to high turnover rates and how high turnover rate is a problem to companies and should be fixed. I've also discussed two solutions to the two problems that cause high turnover rates. And if you are in a management or supervisor position, you should understand how vital these problems are to a company's success and should be willing to work and wanting to work to fix these issues to make your company more successful because you are in a leadership position. Once again, I just discussed a problem, high turnover rates, and the two problems and two solutions of high turnover rates. And I hope you have a better understanding of that problem and how it affects companies. Once again, my name is Brian Hall, and you have a great day.